In this video, we'll be looking at how to create or how to set up your computer ready for the Node.js working development, right? So you what all different softwares you need and what are the different other libraries which you need to run your Node.js project in your local development, right? So I'm using Mac, so I'll try to explain you what are the different softwares and what are the use of it, like what is the use of it. Unless you don't know the use of it, it doesn't make really much sense. You're installing it and you don't know what's happening behind the scenes, right? So in that sense, first you would obviously require Node.js installed in your system. But what is Node.js? Node.js is the runtime environment where you run your JavaScript code, and you that's a place where your JavaScript code runs with all the event loop and everything, right? So first we'll try to install the Node.js environment by downloading the Node.js from the official platform. So I would recommend you to go with Node.js official website. So Node.js, and here if you go to the download section, you will have different installers for different operating systems like Windows installer, Mac OS installer, and then source code, which is for Linux, right? So whatever based on whatever system you are on, so you can download. So see, since I am on Mac, it automatically started downloading it. So both for Intel and M1 systems, both the macOS installer works very well. So once you download the installer and you install it with all the default options selected, you don't have to change anything. Then the Node.js will be installed with you. But one thing which you have to keep in mind is that along with the Node.js, or Node.js is also bundled with the npm, which we are going to discuss in another video. Npm. So when you install Node.js, you are getting Node.js and also you are getting npm. So npm is nothing but Node Package Manager, which is like an Android or App Store. For like when you say when you're on Android devices, you have Android app Play Store, wherein you can find all the apps related to Android on that App Store, Play Store. And when you're on iOS, you have App Store, wherein you find all the iOS apps built for you. So similarly, Node.js also has its own Play Store or App Store, whatever you want to say, where you find all the Node.js apps installed. So when you're installing Node.js, always remember that you are going to get Node.js and also npm installed with it, right? So once you download the installer uh, and you install it, how do you verify that this application is installed or anything? You just have to do node version v. So here node-v tells you what's the version which has been installed. So if you see here, there are two types of versions included, that is LTS and the current, right? So see, two sections. LTS means latest stable version. So what is LTS and what is current? So latest, see, if you see here, recommended for most users, and current is latest features. So Node.js always kind of maintains two versions. One is LTS and another is current, because LTS is an environment where it has been properly tested. So everybody tested it and everybody believes that this is a stable version without any bugs or anything. So it's always recommended to use this. But when you go with the current, which is under development, or which you can say alpha version of it, so in this version maybe you will have couple of extra features, like see, current version is 17.4.0 and the latest version is least stable version is, or latest stable version is 16.13.2, right? So see, these are the versions which you have to install, and it's always recommended to go with LTS if you are working on a production based application, or if you are just trying out Node.js and you want to see how the current or the latest features of Node.js are there, then you can definitely go with the current feature. But yes, for any kind of development, you always download the latest version on whatever system you are on, right? So that way, once you install the Node.js, you can verify node-v gives the Node.js version, and similarly, you have npm-v that gives the npm version. So npm is nothing but Node Package Manager, right? So both of these are bundled in the same software. You don't have to install multiple softwares, right? So after installing Node.js, you have your system ready for backend development, or you say Node.js application development. But if you want to post your application, or if you want to host your application on the GitHub, right, whatever, GitHub or Bitbucket or GitLab, you have to install GitHub as well. So GitHub, if you see here in my case, git-v, right? So Git is the software which you have to install. So download Git for Mac, whatever you are on, like if it is Windows or Linux or whatever it is, you just have to follow your installation criteria, and you can install Git from anywhere. And once you install the Git, you can put your entire code base into the GitHub, and that way your source control is maintained. Or when you're working in a project which is in a company or anywhere, they definitely have their own GitHub servers hosted, and that way you can